Hi, this is Linda and Aaron with Traveling Flamingo. Thank you, fabulous people, for coming back, and welcome to anyone who's new. Today we are visiting the largest island in Mexico, Cozumel. This is also the most popular cruise port in the Caribbean. So what's changed? What do you need to bring? Should you book an excursion? We're going to give you an updated port tour so you can decide what you want to do when you visit Cozumel. All of that and more coming right up. We've sailed to Cozumel many times and wanted to give you an updated tour. On our last sailing with Virgin Voyages, we stopped into Cozumel at the Punta Langosta Pier, which is located at the south end of San Miguel. I want to apologize now for all of my Spanish mispronunciations. I did not learn Spanish in school, but I do know some sign language. So let's jump right into this with the arrivals and departures. Cozumel does have a pier, so there's no need to tender and you can get to the adventures faster. It is one of the shorter docks we've seen in the Caribbean. There are rickshaw bikes if you're interested to get you from the boat to the end of the pier. There is no set cost and they are paid by tips. The pier is big enough for 2 large ships and some smaller boats. We just saw a catamaran getting ready to leave and that looked like so much fun. The afternoon group looked a lot quieter, and if you've ever done this before, let us know. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below because it is something I'm really interested in and might need to convince Aaron. There are some other ports, but this is the main one in Cozumel. In terms of the port atmosphere, it's really just a jumping off point to your next destination. At the end of the pier, there are washrooms, a duty-free, and an excursion meetup area. This area is not very big considering there can be a couple of large ships in at one time, so make sure you stay close to your group and listen for when your group is called. It's then a bit of a walk through the mall to the bus. Thinking about the mall, there is a large escalator that will take you over to the Punta Langosta Mall, which you can see from the ship. It's those big white tent covered things that you can see. In the mall, there's tons of shopping and popular stores like Diamonds International, Del Sol, and tons of silver shops. There are also some local stores that sell woven items, sculptures, and ornamental pieces. There's also pharmacies in the mall, and there are a few more as you walk down the street. Just a heads up, they can be using some aggressive sale tactics at times, trying to call you in, asking if you need a wallet. We always just say no thank you and keep walking, and it's not really a big problem, but we just wanted you to be aware. We really did like walking around the open air mall, enjoying the sun, fresh air, and the birds. There are some street performers and we took a break to watch them, and if you do, feel free to give them a tip. It's a nice place to relax with a coffee, get some souvenir shopping in, and explore before you head off on your adventure in Cozumel. This is a great dock if you want to have an authentic Cozumel experience, as it's only a few blocks from the San Miguel Town Square. I just want to pop in here and let you know we have also got tons of port tours, so if you want to know some more about your other ports on your trip or cruise tips, check out our channel as we've got tons of videos to help you plan for your trip. Thank you so much for your support. There are a variety of food and dining right at the mall near the Cozumel Port. If you just want to get a quick coffee fix or sit down to a meal, they have it all. Some of the table service restaurants includes a really big Señor Frog's, Alberto's restaurant, and a Hooters. The Señor Frog's always looks busy. If you're looking for something quick, there's some cool coffee shops as well as a Starbucks that has free Wi-Fi, which is nice if you want to catch up with your family or play your games. At the mall, it is pretty touristy food. Starbucks and Hooters. So it's not necessarily authentic, but it's great if you want to enjoy some food and a fun atmosphere. Also, if you go along the main street, there are a bunch of other bars and restaurants with some great views of the water. We are focusing mainly on what is at the port, but we do want to touch base on some of the fun stuff that's nearby. There are tons of great excursions like scuba diving and snorkeling and other ways to enjoy the views underwater like the Atlantis submarine. You can book those through your cruise line, or there's tons of booths in the mall. Just make sure you know what your return time is, that you need to be back on the ship, because you don't want to be one of those dock runners. There are a lot of great beaches and some are free, and others have all-inclusive experiences. Tulum is a Mayan historical site that's close enough to explore, but it is still over an hour away. San Gervasia is a smaller Mayan ruin, and it's only about half an hour from the pier. There's also El Museo, or the museum, that's just a few blocks from the Punta Langosta Pier. You can get taxis right from the port to a variety of destinations. There is a set rate if you're getting them from the port, but if you're getting a taxi from anywhere else, be sure to confirm with the driver the price before you get in. Cozumel is a beautiful island with so much to see and do. I definitely want to try some snorkeling or scuba diving next time we're there. If you have a favorite thing to do in Cozumel, we'd love to hear it. We often get asked what to bring and what tourists need to know. In Cozumel, Spanish is the main language, but in a majority of tourist areas, you'll find English is often spoken. Peso is the official currency, but American money is also often accepted, as are credit cards. You'll also need your cruise card or bracelet, depending on which cruise line you're with, and you'll want a photo ID or a copy of your photo ID or passport with you. It can be super hot, and just walking along the pier, I could burn, so I do put on my sunscreen before I leave the ship, and I bring it with me just in case I need to reapply. We like to wear an environmentally friendly one, especially if we're swimming. Regular sunscreens are not great for the marine life. If you're planning on just shopping, you won't need a towel, but if you do want to hit up a beach, make sure you throw your towel and your swimsuit in your backpack. When I say it gets hot, I do mean really hot. We decided to walk along the beachfront and we were in full sun. So when we got back to the mall, we actually sat under the crosswalk for a little bit of shade. I mean, I love the heat, but that was pretty hot. So make sure you have a hat, sunscreen, sunglasses. We also like to put some water in our backpack. The other thing that I like to bring with me is a power pack. Usually we're taking tons of photos and videos and connecting with our family, so I go through my battery really fast. I like this wireless one as I don't need to worry about remembering the cable and which cable. Erin will post some of these links in this description if you're interested in some of the things we use. Overall, the Cozumel Port has some great shops and restaurants and a clear excursion area to meet up with your group. There are lots of options to book excursions once you arrive, or you can book them with your cruise line. This is a fun port to explore before or after whatever you choose to do in Cozumel. Even though there were 2 large cruise ships there, it didn't really feel all that busy because most people are off doing excursions. This would be a great port to pick an excursion or activity to do, as there isn't much to do at the port other than the mall and some dining. Do you have a favorite place to visit in Cozumel? What's your favorite Caribbean port? Are there any other cruise tip videos you'd like us to make? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your ideas and being part of this community. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch our video, and remember, memories are forever, so make them fabulous. Thanks again for watching, and happy travels.